What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great Friday night. That's right, we're here. It's Fan Friday, but it's a special Fan Friday because, well, tomorrow is effing game day. So, cannot thank you enough. You're going to have to bear with me here tonight. I just completely destroyed my ankle earlier today after making that first video. Dog ran away, was chasing him, was running down a hill, and apparently these people had steps on their hill and completely destroyed my ankle, fell face first into the ground. It was awesome. So my day has been completely destroyed. I'm praying that my ankle is healed by this weekend. But I could not get the light set up, anything. Door's not even completely shut. My dog might come in. I'm a mess, man, and I really wanted to get this office done, so now I'm going to have to try to do this with one effing foot. So cannot thank you all enough for taking the time tonight, but this is your show, Fan Friday, so I'm here. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to make it, but we're here. We're going to look at the Eagles' updated depth chart that I put together. And it's not like their media, the communications guys, they still don't even understand the positions our team plays, so I like to make my own. So we're going to take a look at that. We'll take a look position by position, all these players, any questions you have, and then, of course, answering mailbag questions. So let's effing go. I'm going to jump over here to the comments. All questions, topics, whatever, are welcome here. I'm going to try to get through these as quick as I possibly can. What is going on? My man William in here, Lil in here. Appreciate you all taking the time. China, let's go. Getting this Friday started right. My man Brian in here. Yo, hope you and your family are well. I'm doing good. Ankle's on fire. I wish I was laying back down with an ice pack on it, but you sickos were here, so let's go. But sick head, but it's nothing. Hey, that's right. And look, that's exactly how I felt before coming on the show. I'm like, we're about to talk some birds, baby. So whether you got the letting, whether you got whatever, who gives a damn? Let's ride. I've got all the information. That's what you need, and I've got the fighting spirit, right? So let's go, birds. Rodney, appreciate you taking the time. Trying to hope you start feeling well. Hopefully the birds can make you feel a little bit better. You got that on video. I wish. Was not recording myself, but that son of a bitch. That's right, China. I'm going to tell Herschel that you gave me the okay to drop kick him. It was, so, I got my bathroom done. Well, I saw this tiny little leak coming out, and I told him, and now I told you guys the neighbor guy was coming over with a guy he worked with after work. That's why it was at nighttime. It sucked, whatever. I asked him, he's like, yeah, I'll come over, check it out, whatever. He was here for maybe 10 minutes. And I was like, I'll take Herschel out back, because Herschel's insane. So, yeah, then all of a sudden, I'm talking to him for a minute, and I'm like, I better look outside. And he's gone. This dude jumps the fence. It does not matter. He doesn't care. He's a psycho. If you've ever met him, Herschel is insane. And I'm like, son of a bitch. So I'm like, he's just about to be done. I'm like, hold on. I run off. Start running up this back hill. I can actually see the place where I biffed it. But I run up, and he's like a couple yards actually closer, and I'm like, oh, my God. So I'm like yelling at him. He starts running. So I'm running down the hill just looking at him, and all of a sudden you hear, and I just literally, bam, hit on my face and just yelled out screaming something. And all of a sudden he's in my face, slobbering all over me, licked my arm, in my hair. I was like, I need something to go right. And I'm like crawling toward my house, and the guy working on me, he's like, oh, you're right. I'm like, oh, and he's like, oh, Herschel, like trying to help me. I'm like, Herschel, know where they are, like screaming at him. He gets in. I crawl in the house. I made it upstairs. I just went right into my new tub, baby. Well, actually, first I iced it. Then I made it up, and I got to sit in the tub for a little bit. I'm like, I'm going to try this out because, well, I'm in agony here. And oh, boy. So, fighting anything I can. Luckily, Dom came home in time to be able to grab me a few things, some ice and things throughout the day, just trying to. But I had so much, I was like, yeah, Friday, I'm going to get so much done. Got work done at like 1 o'clock. Here we go. Nope. So tomorrow we're going to see how I do with 1 foot, because ain't nothing going to stop me. But Herschel, you son of a bitch. Always doing something like this to me. But Liz, happy Friday to you. Appreciate you tuning in. Sorry, I'm already off to the races here, losing my mind. And, man, I'm very excited. Powder, appreciate you tuning in. Hey, appreciate that, man. Just trying to do what I can, and nothing's going to stop me here. So Yeah, you guys know I've been talking about Joseph Nada for a while now. Love to see the media and fans catching up. Look, man, I really think that this kid, his body size, the versatility, ability to return the ball, all those things can really help this kid. Now, talked about it. Can he be that fifth receiver? I'm not sure. Can it be he, Covey? Do we just keep four and then put these guys on the practice squad that can make it and then hope that you can activate them? So we're going to see how they do in the practice or the preseason here. At practice, we've seen them. So let's see what happens at game time, and we'll go from there. But Liz hooked us up with one of the questions from the mailbag. I want to jump into this because I know a lot of you are going to talk about this, and it's already happening. So a great question from Liz. Appreciate you getting this in. Sorry I was a couple minutes late, but I didn't see this. This was thrown in at 9:30, so I was like, oh, shit. So got this together quick, threw it up for you. Appreciate you getting that question in, but love to hear your thoughts on this one. But, this is a quick answer for me. What player are you looking forward to seeing tomorrow? And that's every single one of them. But, no, we've talked about how many, battles I see going into this thing. I'm excited about the linebackers. I want to see what Miles Jack and Zach Cunningham still have. Like to see Morrow and Ellis in action. Want to see how they line things up. These back-end guys, we've talked about the interior D-line depth. Contavia Street and Moro Wajomo going at it with Noah Ellis there, and you've also got Marlon Tuipulotu back. So you've got, sorry, my brain's just not working, but you've got so many edge rushers competing for that, sixth spot possibly. Janarius Robinson's back there with Teron Jackson, and I really think that we already know what a lot of the starters are for most positions, but there is so much going into this, and we're going to look at all of these players, and then we'll come back to this at the end here. But she's talking about tomorrow. That's right, tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow. Oh, yeah, it's going to probably be at 6 o'clock. We're having ourselves a little pregame show. That's right. We've got Eagles football tomorrow, and some more games are about to start tonight at 10 o'clock. Football in the air, ladies and gentlemen. But, tomorrow, 7 o'clock, M&T Bank Stadium. The Eagles look to break the Ravens preseason streak they've got going. 23 games straight, looking for 24, the NFL record. Don't care. We're going to beat them. And if we don't, I also don't care. So let's go. But I hope to see you then tomorrow. It was really just joy to my heart putting this graphic together because, football tomorrow. So very, very, very excited about that. But, Liz, I'm not trying to blow by your question, but I wanted to do that so everybody, is going to ask it anyway. But I want to hear your thoughts. I'm going through this roster here, and you're going to see, and I'm going to give you names from each of these positions. So let's get rocking and rolling, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to start it off. I'm going to show you my updated depth chart. Then we're going to go through the positions, talk about who's battling it, who I have as locks, all that great stuff. But love to hear what you guys have to say. The thing that scares me the most, Eagles roster is safety and running back. Running back, we were one of the most deepest teams. I love it. And safety, love Sidney Brown. Huge fan. And look, you guys know I wanted him in the draft. I love me some Reed Blankenship, Terrell Edmonds, Kayvon Wallace is stepping it up, Justin Evans in the room. Love that position as well. But we will be going through these bad boys. And yeah, this team, even their, depth is definitely capable of getting some sacks. And I think you will see that tomorrow. So let's go. But hey, I don't care. And she wants to see Johnny King. I put some clips in there yesterday for you. There wasn't much, but he did have a few, good catches. So we'll see here. But, Johnny King, we're going to get into him. So let's just right through this, ladies and gentlemen. First look at this depth chart here I put together. And again, this is my depth chart, not theirs. So look, DeAndre Swift, Kenny Gainwell, I've talked about this multiple times, 1A, 1B. Rashad Penny's going to come in and spell them. He's a bruiser, goal line type back that I think we should use as a return man. But regardless, most positions are, figured out here. Right guard, to me, is still up in the air. Cam Jurgens, it's his spot to lose. But do you feel comfortable with anyone else as a backup? You can always slide him over. Steed slides in. We'll see how this preseason goes. But this offense, you see everybody, and I've got a little key there at the bottom right, but everyone in green here is new to this roster this season. So you've got new backups. Mariota, I've talked about it. Maybe only keep 2 QBs. You can have a third off the practice squad because the 40-winers. The running back position's loaded. Who could be that fourth guy? Is it Scott, Sermon? I'm really intrigued because we're going to be using a lot of these backup backs. So Scott and Sermon, man, really time to shine. And, watching it, how much they use them is going to also be kind of telling as to, who's kind of already, locked in their spot. But you see at receiver here, a lot of guys that are vying for, a few spots here. AJ, Devontae, Quez, Alameda, they'll be the top 4, but can there be a fifth? It's going to be Nada. It's going to be Kane, Hazelwood, Cleveland, Covey, Allen, Ward. I mean, so much competition. And then Liz, 6'5", Johnny King in there. So we'll see if any of these guys could step it up. Tight end, you see Goddard, Stoll, Calcaterra, Arnold. I mean, there are definitely a lot of, battles here. And, the depth of this offensive line, now with Sills back, adding Kelly and Andrews, I feel much more comfortable now. And, whether you keep 8, 9, there's some versatile pieces there. And, look, you can keep 10, whatever. But, also we talk about elevating people on game day. So, this is going to be fun to watch, but a lot of these guys in the second, third, and fourth rows here are going to be the ones you are watching tomorrow. But I doubt you're going to see too much of the starters, if any at all. So, hey, we'll see. Maybe that last game, they'll let some people knock some rust off. But with these 3 games, we'll see how they want to do this, because we've got joint practices. And, they're on Monday and Tuesday. Then we play the Browns on Thursday. So, you don't have to play them in preseason. We talked about this last year. These joint practices give you a lot of chance to, plenty of chances to play situational football, do the things you want to do. So we'll see. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, I've added, obviously, 12 positions here because I want you to see that there are times there are going to be 5-man fronts. I don't want to call them defensive ends, outside linebackers. We're going to show you what they're predominantly playing with here. 5-man lines, sure. Or it could be 4-man lines, and you just take one of the defensive tackles away. Then you've got, your edge rushers here, and they're versatile pieces that can do a lot. We've talked about Nolan and Kyron Johnson, playing some off ball, helping out, where you see we've got some competition there now. I slid Miles Jack in as a starter over, Ellis and Morrow there. And that's just me kind of foreshadowing, hoping that he's healthy and gets back to form and finds some ways. But I love Christian Ellis. He's got a shot here, and so does Morrow. And, we're going to see how this pans out here then the reason I put Ellis in front of him is because if Miles Jack looks better than Morrow, then you probably cut Morrow or Cunningham, one of these guys, so probably keep him 4. Does Sean Bradley want to step it up? Ben Van Sumeren with that, crazy athleticism. We'll see who wants to be that guy. The cornerbacks, that's going to be really interesting to watch. You got Ringo, Joe, McPherson, Williams, Goodrich, Garner, Scott, and Ricks all fighting for a job. These backup guys have all been looking pretty good in camp, so excited to see what they can do. If one of them can stand out, Mekhi Garner. I really think Ringo and Job are going to make it, same as McPherson. So do you keep 7? I mean, oh my, Greedy Williams, excited about him, but if you can keep a younger guy, I mean, you probably do that. So we'll see. But then the safeties here, I love this position. Sidney Brown, I think eventually will be the starter there. But for now, I'm perfectly fine with Reed and Terrell. We've talked about having 3 safety sets where you'll have, Sidney or maybe Kayvon can, take a job. We'll see here. But a lot of competition there. And now at special teams, Zentner hasn't looked so great, and Sippos really either. So maybe you bring some more competition in there, but yikes. So, let's get that figured out. But put Rashad Penny as kick returner because I finally got my wish last week. They put him as that kick returner, and, well, I'm quite excited about it. So let's get excited, and let's see what we get tomorrow. Now, if you're planning on using Penny, in the preseason, it'd probably be pretty sparingly. Maybe they give him some kick return duties, but I would love to see it. Now, we added those new players, also got the new cap hits. Go check that video out from earlier, but show you that cap space real quick, just in case. But $12.99 million the Eagles still have. You can see Miles Jack under DeAndre Swift in the middle there. Then Cunningham under Williams in the middle there. So, Howie Roseman, you son of a bitch. Just keep doing your thing, man. But you can see Eagles still got plenty to play with. So if they don't feel comfortable after preseason, we talked about how the Eagles traded for C.J. Gardner-Johnson August 30th of last year. So if they don't like a certain position, someone gets hurt, something happens, you can always trade for someone, sign someone. We've got the money. We've got the picks. We can do whatever the hell we want. So time to go get that effing Super Bowl, build this dynasty. It all begins tomorrow. Well, it already began once the offseason programs began. But look, I'm all about it, man. So let's go. Let's effing go. Yeah, there's no way he doesn't play in all 3. He has to. Those backup guys are going to be playing in preseason because they're fighting for a job. So, yeah, you got to know what all of them are made of, man. That's what this is all about. Preseason is to find out what each player can bring to the table and who your top 53 is going to be. Now, after each game, I'm going to give you my projected 53, and I'm going to change it each time. So, well, we'll see if I do, but I mean, I'm going to do a show each time, and we'll find out. But wide receiver, yeah, man, we've been talking about Nana for a couple months here. Very excited about him. Very, very excited. And, yeah, I was just mentioning that about the punter. Cowboys fan can enter the space. You sure can, my man. I'm always down to talk some football. Now, I don't do trolling, but if you like to talk football, my one buddy Ryan likes to tune in. He is a Cowboys fan, and I'm always down to bust some balls. But, you know, we're here to talk some football, baby. That's what Fan Friday is about. So you came into the right show because there's absolutely nothing to talk about other than whatever the hell you guys want to talk about. But it's Go Birds, Dallas sucks, just to let you know. But no, you're more than welcome, man. And we're always down. Whatever questions you have, anything on your mind, how you're feeling about the season, love to hear it. I'm always not only down to talk birds, but down to talk some football. Got my effing draft coming down. I better go look around the NFL and make sure I'm up to date with everything that's happened because fantasy draft coming up at the link 21st, I think it is. If any of you are going on the 21st to do your drafts, let me know. Oh my God, I cannot wait. I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to try to take some live videos, pictures while I'm there. Let you guys see how cool it looks inside there when there's like nobody in it. Then you get to look like out on the field. It's literally empty and dark with all these cool green lights. I will show you if you guys have ever missed those posts. But I'm going to be taking some live videos here coming up here in a couple weeks. I can't wait. But yeah, appreciate you all. We're going to now take a look by position, what's going on in case you missed any of these moves that we've made to each position. Talk about on the road to victory. That's right, my man. I'm all about it. Wide receiver, corner, and then I converted to safety that had a little bit of Dawkins in me. I think that's why I have so much brain damage. I always wanted to knock everyone out. And I was also, of course, the kick returner and punt returner. That's why I'm obsessed with wide receivers, and I get pissed off about the return position because, well, I am just infatuated with them. And I grew up loving all the receivers because I wanted to be like all of them. You know, Irving Fryer was like my first favorite receiver that I got to meet. And after that, I was just like, oh, yeah. Because when I was in Pee Wee football, I played I think everybody plays like running back. But, I was just that's fast as shit. So it had to get me on the field. And then, I started playing varsity when I was in 8th grade. And that, oh, boy, thank God I was fast, right? I've never been like a big guy. Obviously, this disease makes me look like Skeletor now. But there's always just a tall, skinny dude that is fast as shit. And I still got that speed, but except for right now. Thanks, Herschel. Son of a bitch. But good question there. Good question. And yes, it still makes me want to cry that I can no longer play. Love throwing it with my kid and teaching him things and doing that. But it's like, now I'm at the point where I have to live vicariously. Fudge, we'll say. But NFC East standing rankings, I gave that about a month ago. My way too early predictions talking about all the moves that both of these guys made. And or all four of them. And I think that it was the Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, and then Commanders at the bottom. But the point of the show was that the Eagles, Cowboys are fighting for the top, and the Giants and Commanders are fighting for who's at the bottom. So, yeah, I just don't really feel that the Giants and the Commanders have entered the chat just yet. And look, they both made some great offseason additions here. But to me, the Eagles are still wearing the crown, and it has to be taken from them. And the Cowboys definitely added some firepower, so it's going to be some great games. I mean, NFC East matchups are always battles to the death, whether or not one team is 1-5, the other one's undefeated at 6-0. It doesn't matter. They're always going to battle to the death. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully both teams can stay healthy, and we find out who the best is. And one of these teams, the NFC East, just needs to take over here because I'll be real with you. I was sick and tired of hearing about the NFC least for so long. So the fact that, all four of those teams almost made it to the playoffs last year, which is pretty damn impressive. Right at those last couple of weeks, the Commanders fell out. But, man, wild stuff, man. It should be fun to see here. Do I think his ceiling's higher than Swift or Penny's? Well, two completely different backs, and he's kind of a combination of both. So I just think he still has that huge ceiling we've been talking about, for a while. I think this kid is a stud. People are sleeping on his game, and they're going to see how good he is. So let's go. And yeah. And that's, I grew up playing in that time where before, CTE or any of that kind of stuff was talked about. It was just, head hunting out there, dude. Like, I'm tall, fast, and I'm just going to level you, dude. And that's – I played angry. Like, I dug deep like Dawkins. You flip that switch, man, and it's anybody who played with me knows. Oh, yeah. So, look, I'm sure I have. See, I didn't play that long. I didn't go to college or do anything. I quit football after my 10th grade year because I liked partying more like a stupid son of a bitch. And I try to convey that to so many young people and just try to help them, in coaching, like how much sports can truly help you. And if you get away from them, how much it can really, not having that structure, that I wish, my dad got sick. I used so many excuses to just be, I don't care, I don't want to go to 3 days. Maybe lazy bitch. If I could go back and kick my ass, I would. Old school football, yeah, man. Back in the day, my friend. And, it's definitely a changed game, but it's a game I will always love. So, I think you all know I'm 4 for 4, but the Eagles are my bread and butter. This is obviously where I'm on my deathbed. I'm, wearing my Eagles jersey, putting it over wires. They're like, "What are you doing, sir?" I'm like, "I need it on something. It's game day." I don't care. I'm obsessed. And speaking of obsessed, let's take a look at this team I'm obsessed with, position by position here. Let's start it off with the quarterbacks. Hurts, Mariota, locks for me. I've talked about it. I think we're only keeping 2. Why not have one of these guys on the practice squad? Maybe it's Dick Jipper from, whatever team. You have no idea. But anybody can be the practice squad guy. You bring them up in an emergency situation. Now, every game you can do that because of the 49ers. So, feel good about the quarterback position. I know a lot of people think Marcus Mariota should be perfect in, training camp, learning his 8th system in 9 years. To me, I don't care that he's ironing out these wrinkles, and I'm just hopeful that he is used at the end of the regular season when we've already locked in the NFC. Let's go. Now at running back, one of the deepest running back rooms in the NFL. And man, I've told you, I think this is going to be a top 3. This could be the best when it comes to overall yardage. I think they are going to feast. You've got yourself Kenny, DeAndre, and Penny. Now, does Sermon want to step it up and take that job from Scott? Scott, a versatile piece who can help you on special teams. So, boy, going to be fun to watch this preseason. Who can pound that rock? And look, I think the running back room has got me quite excited. You guys saw that video I made about a month or so ago talking about why I think they are top 3, will be top 3. And they didn't have them ranked, PFF, whatever, in their top 10. And I said, that's hilarious. Clearly, they don't watch football, and that's fine, man. Penny, yards after contact, Swift, what he adds in the passing game, and then Gainwell, just a mixture of all of them. He runs hard as hell for a little guy. He catches the ball. He's getting better at blocking. He's doing it all, man. I love this kid. He's got a bright future here, and I think this tandem is going to be nasty. So, looking forward to it. Now, at wide receiver, this thing, musical chairs here. Devin Allen off the NFI list this week. Bring in old 6'5", as Liz would like to say, Johnny King. And he's one big-ass dude. We've talked about Nada, he's 6'3", 6'2", whatever. Man, King. But the thing is about Nada, he looks like A.J. Brown, as I always compare him to this offseason. But as soon as we signed him, I said, dude, this kid is like an A.J. Alshon kind of hybrid looking. And, he returns the ball, too. And that's something that could help him make this squad. But Johnny King, 6'5", a little bit skinnier. Then you've got Deion Kane, who, he's got some size to him, too, and he can return the ball as well. Hazelwood, haven't seen much from, but look, this is the preseason, time to shine. I don't want to get ahead of myself, so I want to see what these young guys got. I've got 4 dudes locked in, but who the hell wants to be the 5th, maybe 6th? Do we even keep that many? Only time will tell. And then the final weapons on offense here, the tight end position, and I don't have anyone as a lock other than Goddard. I think Stoll is going to be the number 2 just because of his blocking. But then Calcaterra and Arnold, who wants to be that receiving guy? And can Tyree Jackson stay healthy? Surprise one of these guys, move them off the team. I doubt it, but maybe he makes the practice squad. Maybe Brady Russell steps it up. Going to be a lot of competition here at the tight end position, and I'm looking forward to seeing if Dan Arnold can push out Calcaterra or Stoll or what could happen here. Now, we did have a change to the interior offensive line. A couple, actually. You got Josh Sills back, and Josh Andrews was brought in. Now, Andrews has versatility to play guard and center, so that definitely helps his case. And wondering who is going to be the right guard, Juergens or Steen. And if Juergens is starting a guard, do you necessarily want to move him? I think you would. You would put Juergens at center and Steen at right guard. But, hey, maybe one of these guys you want as a backup center. You're going to need that for the preseason at least. So now you've got someone like Josh Andrews. So you don't have to put Juergens out there and risk him in preseason. So you're going to have Josh Andrews, Cameron Tom as your preseason centers. Maybe let Toth dabble as they've been, even though he's a tackle that can play guard that now dabbles at center. So, hey, they're just trying everything out. That's what this time period is for. It's not really about wins. No one cares. So, well, my money cares. But anyways, so you have some good competition here. I think, maybe Andrews makes the squad. If not, you've got 5 guys I really like there. And the 3 I have as locks at tackle, versatility there for Driscoll too. So you could keep 8 guys. And I think, just having dudes on the practice squad, I'd be okay with. But, maybe the 9th guy, you want to keep Dennis Kelly. So you have a sure tackle, a bigger guy, maybe you don't want Driscoll at left tackle. I don't know, whatever it may be. But you've definitely got some options here now. 17 guys competing on that offensive line. So got some excitement on the offensive side of the ball for sure. I've said it. I think we're going to be one of the best offenses in the game here this season. Definitely top 3. And look, obviously you got to stay healthy, all that, obvious stuff. But if they're healthy, this team is going to steamroll people. I'm just throwing that out there for you because they are the real effing deal. Yo, my man Tyree in here. Let's go. This party is getting rowdy. We just went through the depth chart, talked about the offense, showed you the cap space, and now we're just going to take a gander here at this defense. But appreciate you tuning in, my man. Love to hear your thoughts on tomorrow. Who you want to see. Liz had asked the question, who are you looking forward to the most tomorrow? I'm going to ask that again at the end here, so feel free to let me know however you feel. But let's go, my man King Austin in here. Let's party, baby. It's time to dance. Really don't like our back, no doubt. Yes, and I love it. I think it's hilarious. But yeah, what a big ass dude. But he's quite skinny. So hey, we're gonna see what he's got this preseason. Hopefully he gets a lot of work out there. But only time's gonna tell us there. What do you think of Sly wanting to switch to wide receiver? Yeah, well, he's obviously joking. But he's got skills, but. No, use him on defense. If you want to play one trick play a year, okay. But no thank you on playing him at receiver. He is very important at corner. Yeah, he used to. And we actually used him on offense before. But no, you need to have him as a corner. All-pro corner is what he needs to be. James Bradbury, the one who did make the all-pro. Look, he is he's also really good. So you got one of the best tandems in the game, and I'd like to see him stay healthy and not put him on offense where a defender can knock his head off. So now let's get into this defense here. We'll start in the middle, in the trenches, where it all begins. And I've talked about how effing deep this is. Woo-wee! Those top 4 interior defensive linemen are going to eat souls. Then beyond that, who's going to be the 5th? We're going to keep 6, and I think we do keep 6 of these interior guys, maybe even 7, because Street, Ojomo, Tuipulotu was doing great last year before he got hurt. Street, a great addition, a versatile defensive piece, and then Ojomo, another versatile piece. So really love this interior defensive line, and I cannot wait to see the competition here. Really want to see if Ojomo can find himself a spot on this roster. Now at edge rusher, another one is loaded. Are you keeping 6? Are you keeping 7? Are you keeping 5? Derek Barnett had his little scuffle the other day, but, that's pretty damn good if he's your 5th edge rusher. And then beyond that, you got Robinson, Johnson, and Teron Jackson all competing. So, my Lord, quite the competition at that position, and I cannot wait to see it. And I've talked about Kyron and Nolan Smith getting at work at off-ball linebacker, stacked linebacker. We've talked about that since the moment. Well, actually, before we drafted him, but you see the media picking up on that finally. This is something we all knew here that, I've been preaching here. Nolan Smith is a weapon. He's just like Micah Parsons. You use him all over. I'm not saying he's Micah Parsons, but he's got that skill set that you want him. You hope that he becomes a freak of nature, and I really think he will be. He's at 4.3 speed. I mean, this guy is seriously insane. Cannot wait to see him demolish in the NFL. That edge rusher competition is going to be great. Now, linebacker. Now I feel much better about the competition here. Talked about Morrow and Ellis being locks before with Davian Taylor here. Not anymore. Davian Taylor's gone. You bring in Zach Cunningham and Miles Jack. So you've got veterans with starting experience. Love this. I'm not locking anybody in yet. I want to see what it looks like in the preseason first, but excited that we got some damn competition there, and that they don't feel good about it. Maybe you go out, you trade for somebody, sign somebody else. Whatever you want to do, you have the cap space and draft picks to do so. Now let's get into this secondary. Cornerback. Oh, I told you how excited I am about seeing this. Now, I did not change this. Almost wanted to with my locks, but not locking anybody in just yet. I don't know. Are we keeping 6? Because if we are only keeping 6, I think it's McPherson and Job, other than the 4 I have as locks. But you've got Greedy Williams, Mario Goodrich, Mekhi Garner, Eli Ricks, Josiah Scott. You've got so much competition here, and Garner's been looking really good. Like the upside of Ricks. I like Goodrich. Scott's versatile. Greedy Williams, a freak athlete. He was a second-round pick for a reason. I think that, you've got guys that are going to compete, and that's what makes me happy. But I think Ringo, if you drafted him, he's locked. He's making it. Your starters, they're making it. Let's effing go. Best cornerback trio in the league. Now, at safety, I know that Kayvon Wallace has been getting first-team reps, but I think they want to see what he can do, if he's ready for that task, if he could be the backup in case anything happens. But I don't have him locked in just yet because Justin Evans, Tristan McCollum, I want to give them a shot here, see what they've got. I think maybe we only keep 4. So the top 3, you know how ecstatic I am about Sidney Brown being an Eagle. I cannot stress how excited I am about that. But Edmonds and Blankenship, I can't wait to see how it goes, but excited to see how these safeties do on the back end there. Then at special teams, you see, you've got Elliott, Lovato. Obviously, they don't need competition, but Dentner and Sipos, man. So we'll get back here to Liz's question. So you guys can answer this with me, but what player are you looking forward to seeing tomorrow? So you guys know I'm looking forward to watching this whole damn team, and I'll be watching everything I just said, and then I'll rewatch it and try to watch some other things that I just said. So I am a lunatic, and that's perfectly fine. But I think, I'll definitely have a very close eye on that punter situation that we talked about. The safeties, I can't wait. The linebackers, can't wait. Edge rushers, I'm serious. It's so much. I could name you 50 of these 90 guys that I'm really going to be keeping a close eye on. So, look, I'll rewatch the games just staring at someone. You know what I mean? So we're going to keep it real here, man. And with preseason, I know a lot of people don't like it, but for me, this is the time to get real. You get to see who your backups are. This is building the foundation, building the future, and I'm all about it. So let's go. Let's effing go. APJ is that guy. Looking to see these running backs, linebackers, safeties. Oh, yeah. I can't wait to see all of the above. It's going to be awesome, man. I'm with you. Let's see how many snaps Smith and Carter get. Yeah, they're definitely going to get a little taste there, but I doubt too much, right? So I'm with you there. And that's what we talked about earlier. How many snaps, that's going to be telling as to how comfortable they feel about certain people who's making this team and things like that we'll read into and talk about post-game. Then we'll talk about the next day. We'll do this as if it's regular season. I am a true sicko, baby. So let's effing go. 21... Well, no, probably not. I don't know. Looking forward to seeing the Philly Dogs. Hell yeah. Whoever doesn't pass on Penny Pickett. Yeah, thank God. Like, why would he want to take Kenny Pickett when you've got Jalen Hurts, right? Any intelligent person knows that. So, it was awesome taking people that don't know about football to the woodshed the last few years, clearly talking about how Jalen Hurts could never develop, mostly just racist imbeciles. So it was awesome, dude. Hearing people that have never played it down in their life try to explain things, you can really tell why they get upset, right? They just don't know what they're talking about. So that's why Jalen Hurts almost won MVP, took his team to the Super Bowl. So you can see just how little people truly know about football. And John, it seems to be that you are definitely one of those people. Sorry, my man, that you are down having a tough Friday night, but appreciate you taking your time and giving it to me. We love that you are afraid of the Eagles, and we sure as hell don't blame you. Yo, my man, let's go. I cannot wait to see all of these mother effers. And the question is really just going to be, how much do we get to see? And that's where the excitement lies. But I cannot wait either, Stavian. I'm ready to go through this effing wall. Let's go, Birds. Ow, just kind of moved my ankle a little bit. Shouldn't have done that. All right. Herschel, you're just, getting me, sorry, my ankle was destroyed, and I'm trying to, okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly what we just talked about this entire show, my man. If you guys rewatch this, love to hear your thoughts, but that is all I've got for you today. Ankle is truly throbbing right now, so I'm going to go put some ice on it, lay down, and pray that, dude, I got cheesesteaks, wings, all kinds of stuff to make tomorrow. Ain't got time for this ankle not to work. I'm either bringing out the wheelchair or getting back to Kane. I don't give a damn. I have them both still, so I'll go find him if I need. Well, somebody's going to have to find him for me. I'll be real with you. But let's go. But a great question from Liz today. Really can't thank you enough. Hopefully you guys were able to catch all that. If you missed anything, the depth chart, the position by position outlook, the cap space, all that stuff, go back, watch it. Love to hear your thoughts on this. If you missed it, I destroyed my ankle, so I am in pure agony right now. Said I was going to make this 20-minute video. We are now at 35. Let's go. You sickos keep me going. Can't even feel it. Let's go. And I can't even take anything. I have cirrhosis of the liver, so there ain't no pain meds. It's just pure. I mean, pain is nothing to me at this point. Let's be real here. But look, true. Yeah, I'm really, I'm right. So I was like, oh my God. And I created these graphics. I did everything I could. I set up shop, had my ankle messed up. So propped it up, put some ice on it, got my computer. It was just like, all right, I got to create these graphics for the show and get the step chart. It was just like, oh my God, dude. And then, I went in the tub and was just like, oh, I haven't sat in a tub in a million years. And that was awesome. But then it was like, oh, got to elevate it again and put ice on it. And it's just been, I'm trying to get things done, right? So that we are ready no matter what. Nothing's going to stop me. Do not fear. I will be here. Oh, but yes, indeed. And it like really hurts. Like it's just kind of like hanging. It just feels like somebody hit it with a bat. It's throbbing. But this couch back here is still here, but there's so much stuff. Like the plastic's down. Like you guys can't even see what like I'm doing in this room. But I was really, today was going to be the day where I had so much time, and well, I instead spent it being pissed off. So, but I thank you for that, and I will definitely be getting back to that. I really can't afford to be a hurting pup tomorrow. And dude, I got to do the grass tomorrow. Like it's the weekend, man. We got time for this shit. So why, Herschel? Why do you guys gotta let him know? This is bullshit, man. You gotta stop running away. But I appreciate you all taking the time and bearing with me. So yes, if you guys missed that, we talked about it. I popped this up tomorrow. Going to be around 6 o'clock, maybe a little earlier if I can. But be making a lot of food, having a lot of things going on. So we shall see. The pregame show. Oh my God, it's Saturday. Oh my God, is that really? We're here. It's tomorrow, man. 7 o'clock. Let's go. Ready to run through a wall, but I'll be adding a time there. We'll be seeing when that is, and I'll post it tomorrow for you. But oh my God, I don't care if it's preseason. I don't care. I love every second of it. Hope you all love it. If you have any final thoughts, you can throw them in. You're watching this later. Feel free to drop them down below. But I cannot thank you all for taking the time here, dealing with me with this office torn to shreds. No Ethernet, no lights, no nothing. It's just pure crap. Yeah, it's been, right? They just terrorized my house. Got Herschel barking at my face all the time. And Merry effing Christmas! That's what it feels like right now. Okay, we're getting wild here. But you're making it feel like Christmas because that's, I'm going to wake up. It's going to be Christmas morning. We got Eagles. I'll just be walking right on it. Don't even care. Won't feel it. I'm sure I will. But the birds will keep me going, and I'll try to do the same for you. Trying to stay sane throughout this. Just think about this. Tomorrow I'll be making the graphic that says 29 days until game 1. So we're less than 30 days away after. Oh, my God. It's so close. I can almost taste it. So I appreciate you all. If you got anything from this, do me a favor. Hit that like button down below. You can always subscribe to the channel and join us while we're talking to birds. Always love these Fan Fridays. You guys tuning in. You always have something great to say. We've been usually going to about an hour, but I'm being dead serious. I need to go elevate this bad boy, put some ice on her. But I will be back tomorrow. We'll be talking some effing birds and the good ones, the Eagles. That's right. We're going to go stomp the Ravens, ruin their streak, laugh in their face, go on the road to victory, and then go win the Super Bowl. It begins. First game tomorrow, preseason. It all matters. Let's go. But have yourselves a great Friday night. Cannot wait to see you tomorrow for game day. Give me some score projections. I know it's a meaningless game, but maybe you want to tell me your score. Who's going to be the MVP on offense, defense, whatever's on your mind. I'd love to hear what you've got going on up there. But I'll be back tomorrow. But if you want to keep talking birds, all you got to do is comment down below when this video is over. And we'll keep talking to birds. So have yourselves a great night. Stay safe out there. And as always, say it with me now. Go birds!